Welcome to Bannerlord Mods Weekly, where I try to cover new Mount & Blade Bannerlord mods weekly. I've returned from my travels and I'm fully recharged. Not really, so let's get into it. Our first Bannerlord module, Ramsay's Stuff by, who could have guessed, Ramsay, is a gorgeous compilation of various arms and armor that the author has worked on for various projects, which he has graciously bestowed upon us mere plebs. The item set includes 23 custom weapons, 48 helmets, 7 capes, 65 armors, 28 boots, 14 arm armors, 16 horse armor variants, 5 shields, and 1 custom Zorse. All of incredibly unique styles from various time periods or works of fiction. These armors, paired with a mod like My Little Warband, will allow you to create your own core of witch hunters, Targaryen knights, Macedonian phalanxes, Ronin, late medieval knights, and more. Ramsay's an incredibly talented modeler, and I'm excited to see more of his work, whether that be in item packs like these or in the various mods he's worked on. But if, against all odds, none of those armors appealed to you, then this next Mount & Blade mod, SnowAngry Animals, Armors, and Weapons by BILIBILI-AngryRed may appeal to you more. A plethora of insane, alien-looking fantasy weapon, these exotic and impractical beauties are also craftable, providing you have the skill level and materials. The armor sets look like they come straight out of an MMO, which may or may not be to your tastes, but who can deny how absolutely stellar they look? Are you telling me you don't want to put these on your troops and watch some spectacle of a fantasy battle take place? If not, you're lying to yourself. Shame. And finally, the mount, a white moose, completes this amazing set and makes me desperately hope that custom non-human skeletons and animations will be something modders can make soon. I really want to see this thing gore someone. What's this? More Asian fantasy MMO armors, weapons, and mounts? Yes, please. This Bannerlord mod mix and match weapon pack by LH is a whopping 2.6 gigabytes of immaculate, illustrious, incredible, industrious, inconceivably intricate, unbelievable in breadth weapons, armors, and mounts. This is the kind of armor and weapon pack I'd expect in Skyrim, which sold tens of millions of copies, not in a game like Mount & Blade Bannerlord. You have helmets, shoulder pieces, armors, leggings, capes, spears, horse armors, even fantasy mounts like Chilins. Oh, and I also found something called a nuclear bomb. If you ever wanted the end-all be-all of fantasy MMO stuff for your game, this is it. Look no further. You found it. Hey, what are you doing? Turn around. It's all here. What? You want more? Yeah. This module, Halo Armor by, what a surprise, Spartan, lets you experience your true fantasy, which is actually a sci-fi, by allowing you to live out Master Chief's original purpose of putting down rebel human colonies with brutal efficiency. The people of this planet are so backwards, they actually use swords. But if that isn't the kind of Spartan you want to be, try out Spartan Armor, a mod by Spartan, DarthKiller, Nocturnalfox, and Lucian. LARP with your Calradian friends as the most celebrated warriors in the West, whose legends are so ingrained into the psyche of those of Western culture that they have become steeped in a mythos that you could probably start a religion out of. Don't get any ideas. You want another armor mod? Probably not, but too bad we're doing this and you're gonna love it. Spanish Knight by Spartan will let you finally give into your desires to drive out the Andalusians, or I guess Asarai. They all look the same to you. With that, we've finally covered the armor and weapon set mods. Congratulations, go get yourself a cookie. This next Mount & Blade mod, Hideout Plus by Katella, adds all the options you've always wondered why you didn't have into the game. Features like attacking hideouts during the daytime or sending your troops to the hideout without you. Not being able to do that in the base game is especially strange when you think about it. My troops can fight an enemy army without me, but clearing out a few bandits is too much. And it even lets you adjust the maximum troop counts in the hideouts for both attackers and defenders to your liking. Just be sure to save before you change the settings, because the game has to be restarted afterwards. Since we're on the topic of bandits, how about a mod that gives those looters a bit more oomph? This module, No Bandits No Cry by Psychoactives, provides you with the ability to customize the bandit party sizes of different bandit types or disable them completely. It also gives you the ability to change the number of hideouts per bandit faction, how many bandit parties are patrolling around said hideouts, and more. Now, if you've been wondering how I've been getting much better shots than before, it's because this next Mountain Blade Bannerlord mod, RTS Camera Updated, has finally been updated and re-uploaded by LCoinW. With full feature support, you no longer have to use the life support patch offered by the RBM mod, and can use this amazing mod to its fullest extent. Turn your campaign into a strategy game, controlling your troops from the sky as you fly around as a disembodied phantom, observing, reacting to, and launching assaults on the enemy position. And if your character somehow manages to get themselves killed while you're flying around, though you can disable that if you want, you can always hop into any of your soldiers, possessing them and leading the charge from there. Personally, I'm going to be using this mod to start making cinematics again. My first one turned out pretty good, but I think I've learned a lot since then. But if you really don't need or want all the features that come with RTS camera, if you're only really interested in taking control of an ally after death, then this next module will let you do just that. Control ally character after death, love the name, very to the point, by one character will allow you to take control of a random ally after death. You won't be able to give commands, you'll just get to play, that's it, and that's all it needs to do. Like I said before, if you want features, go with RTS camera. If you just want the simplicity of chopping heads, go with this mod. Vikings! Do you like Vikings? Try out Wrath of the Northmen, a Viking conversion mod which does exactly what I complained about so many other overhaul mods doing, and changes the Sturgeons into Nords rather than Slavs. But hey, that's kind of the whole point of this mod, and just because I have a personal preference doesn't mean I can't appreciate others. Enjoy raiding coastlines of innocent villages, plundering and pillaging your way to wealth so that you may be remembered hundreds of years from now as a fucking Chad rather than the overhyped bandit you actually were. But what if that's not enough Viking for you? What if you want more Vikings? Well, this next Mountain Blade Bannerlord mod does just that. Vikings on TV by Medusa O implements your TV Nords into the game with all the badassery and lacking historical accuracy you could ask for, renaming the kingdoms of Calradia into, of course, Vikings, but also Mercia, Wessex, Northumbria, Scotland, Normans, and Mongol and Arab tribes. It doesn't come with its own map, but it does come with optional new campaign music, and it's perfect if you just want to RP with a little more flavor. Ultimately, they're pretty similar mods, so try them out and stick with the one you prefer, or more likely, whichever one stays up to date. That's all for this week, but before you go, if anyone is interested in making something like this, or this, or maybe this, come check out our clan Discord. Another map maker and I will be teaching scene editing to our friends, and anyone else who wants to learn is also free to join. We'll be covering the basics of scene editing and guiding people through making their first map. Come check it out. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Over 95% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, and that sucks. Bye.